Hi, Minxies. 2 videos in 1 week? What? I know, I'm a rebel. I am sitting at my ear doctor's clinic place. Story time. So, last summer, I went swimming with Matt, and he had a pool noodle. You know, like those long, foamy noodle things that you go swimming in a pool with, and you can, like, ride it like a seahorse, or put it around your neck, and, like, you know, whatever. And it has a hole going through the middle of the noodle, and if you put it underwater, it fills up with water, and then you blow into one end, and it shoots water out at whatever you're pointing it at. Well, Matt thought it would be so funny to take this pool noodle, and thank God he was across the pool, but he blew into it right at me, and I wasn't looking at him, I was talking to somebody else, and it went, like, all the water went right into my ear. Not, like, just into my ear, but, like, in my ear. And it hurt so bad. Oh my gosh. Like, worst pain I've felt in forever. And I had pain for about a week after that. I'm dumb and didn't think a whole lot of it. I was like, okay, like, it hurt, it'll get over it. Because I could still hear. But after a couple of months, I kind of noticed that my hearing was lower. And again, I was like, whatever, because I'm dumb. But then I was playing video games with Wes, and I usually have headphones where I only put the headphone into one ear, and then I can talk to him and whatever, or to my other YouTube channel peoples. And I had it in this ear, and everything was fine. It was loud enough. And I decided I wanted to switch it over, and I put the headphone into this ear. It was one of those little earbud ones. I put it in this ear, and there was, like, no sound. And I was like, what the heck? So I thought it was my computer, and I'm messing with the sound on there, and I bring it back to this ear, and it sounds fine. I bring it back to this ear, and it's terrible. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm half deaf in my left ear. And of course, this was several months after Matt decided to blow water into my ear. And so I wasn't really sure exactly, like, what caused it. I had to think. And I was like, holy crap, like, that totally could have caused hearing issues. And I tried to just, I guess, wait for it to get over it. You know, maybe, like, a couple more months down the line, it'll heal. But then I started having ear pain. So I was like, screw it. I went to the doctor. He referred me to this doctor. And so a year ago, I went to the ear doctor, and he looked into my ear, and he was like, oh yeah, you have a hole. So I have a hole in my eardrum. He said it was 25%. Like, that was how big the hole is. So I guess like a quarter of my ear, maybe, is what he meant by 25%. So a quarter of my eardrum is just a hole, and it's football shaped, and I hate football. I hate sports. So that's great. But he told me that we could do a hearing test the next visit I came in, and we would see if I needed to get surgery or what. So I set up my next appointment. Again, this was a year ago. I set up my next appointment, and the day that I was supposed to go see him to get a hearing test, it snowed, and they closed down. So I didn't come in. And I'm really bad at rescheduling appointments. If they don't call me and I don't answer, it's just never going to be made. So, yeah, a year later, I'm sitting at my doctor's office talking to him about something else, and I had mentioned that I had a hole in my ear, and he was like, oh, you should probably go get that checked. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I just got out of my appointment, and they actually did a hearing test on me this time. And I got the results back. So this is my test. Let's see if I can get around this. So this black line right here is where they want your hearing to be about. there or above. And my right ear, every time they did the little beep sound or whatever, that's the circles. So I am above the 50% line in my right ear, which means my hearing is really good. And then my left ear is down here. Really bad. Not like deaf bad, but bad. So that was bad. And then these little C's right here are pretty awesome. They bypassed my eardrum and kind of like a cochlear implant. They put this headset on me and then they put this thing, like, I don't know, the speaker was resting on my bone back here. And apparently you can like hear through that. And so they did the little beep noises through there, and it turns out like I can still hear. So all these little C's are from them doing that and me actually hearing it through that bone, which means I don't have nerve damage. So that's good, at least not a whole lot. I have tinnitus in this ear, which is a sign of nerve damage, but apparently it's not that bad because I can still hear. But he gave me 3 options. 1, I could just leave it alone and not be able to hear very well out of that ear, which is the whole reason why I'm here. I want to hear. 2, I can get a hearing aid. I do not want to live with a hearing aid. Or 3, get surgery. But the surgery, they have to take, from what I understand, they take some muscle from behind your ear, somewhere in here. They take part of your muscle from there, like they graft it onto your eardrum, and they like scrape around the outside of your eardrum to make it grow. I guess it stimulates like growth. So when they put that graft onto the hole, it'll stimulate all of my cells to grow onto the graft and hold it there. And I guess they pack it with some stuff, so I would be pretty much deaf in my left ear for a couple of months after the surgery. And they'd have to shave like a tiny bit of hair back here, but it's like I never put my hair up, and it's like such a little amount of hair, I don't even think it would matter. That's like considered surgery. I would be going to the hospital, he'd be putting me under and doing all that. It takes about an hour. And if they can't do that through my ear hole, they end up cutting, oh, this is where they shave it. They end up cutting right at like where your ear attaches to your head, and they open it up to get in there to do all the stuff that they need to do. But hopefully they only have to go through my ear hole, because I really don't want that. And I guess your ear swells up and sticks out and looks weird for several months, and I don't want to deal with that. But I do want to get the surgery, because I don't want to be partially deaf in this ear, and I don't want a hearing aid. It's about a 90% success rate for it to take, and for hearing to be better, and then there's like a small chance that it just wouldn't make anything better, and that I would actually have a hole in my ear again later down the line, or that it would make it worse. It's like a 10% chance of it getting worse and all that. So 90% success rate. I think that that's worth it, and I totally want to do it. I have to call them on Monday though. He wouldn't let me make a decision today, even though it's been a year since he told me that this was a possibility, and I've been thinking about it for a year. I've made the decision. I want to get the surgery. It also helps with swimming, because he said that the deeper underwater you go, the more pressure it puts on the ear, and it could like rip that hole bigger. And I like swimming, and I can't swim in a lake apparently because of all the bacteria and stuff. If it gets into there, it can cause serious issues. So like, why wouldn't I get the surgery? I like swimming, and I don't want to have to worry about that. And anytime I get earwax, like around the hole, it hurts. So I think my phone might be getting hot. Something just popped up. I don't know. That's that. I'm pretty much deaf, which is ironic because I was teaching sign language and at least I know sign language. But I don't want to be deaf. I want to be able to hear. And I'm only 29. So I need to get this fixed because I'm not even out of my 20s yet. I've got many years left to do tons of things with hearing. So I just wanted to let you guys in on that. I might be getting surgery soon. And I don't know, maybe I'll make a video while I'm laying in the bed or something. But it's probably not until months down the line. I'll let you know. That's that. So, haha, ironic. I know, right? I love you. I'm gonna go pick up my kids. Goodbye.